Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Shafiya Nilam. I am from Padang State University. Today I am going to tell you about the story from West Sumatra. The title is The Origin of Lake Singkarak. Once upon a time, in a village in West Sumatra, there lived a family of Mr. Buyung. He lived in a shack on the seafront with his wife and a young son named Indra. To get the needs of his family, Mr. Buyung and his wife collected the forest product and fishing in the sea. When Indra was 10 years old, Indra often helped his parents to the forest and the sea. How happy Mr. Buyung and his wife had a child who diligently as Indra. But one thing that made them worried, because in one meal he could spend half a basket of rice with a side dish and few dishes. At one point came bad season. Even Mr. Buyung's family had to save money. If there was no rice, they ate sweet potatoes or taro. Bad season lasted long enough, so they were more difficult to get food. That apparently made them concerned about themselves than their children. Trouble getting their food, it also made them almost in despair. They often got lazy to go look for ration in the forest and look for fish in the sea. One day, Indra cried for food to his parents. "Father, I am very hungry," complained Indra. "If you find yourself hungry, look for food in the forest or the sea," exclaimed Mr. Buyung. "You are still a child, but you eat a lot." Mother persuaded Indra to go to the Chunusri hills to look for food in there. Indra had obeyed his mother's advice. Before departing to the forest, Indra first fed his pet. His pet was a chicken that named Taduang. Taduang was a chicken that clever. Every time Indra came home, he always crowed to greet the arrival his master. By noon, Indra came home without bringing any result. The next day, father ordered him to go to the sea for fishing. Not long after that, mother left for a cab some distance from Indra was fishing. In the afternoon, mother came home with a lot of the salt. Then the salt processed into food. It smells very good," said Mr. Buyung. "Are this enough for 3 of us?" "Indra eats a lot." "What should we do?" said his wife. Shall we eat the sauce without Indra?" suggested Mr. Buyung. Mother nodded. Then they ate the salt without Indra. In the evening, Indra came home. Indra was very hungry. One inside, Indra went to the kitchen. How sad to watch all Indra's heart. He saw his parents were fast asleep in the kitchen. All around were piles of food, a basket of rice, and the shells. Now he realized that his parents had deceived and lied to him. He walked out crying of his heart crying. "Taduang, apparently my parents have cheated me. For how shall I live with them here? They don't love me anymore," Indra said to the kitchen. Hearing Indra's sadness, Taduang crowed repeatedly, a sign that he understood his master's feelings. Then Tadung flipped his wings. A few moments later, Tadung flew into the air. Indra immediately held on to the Tadung's feet. When the body stands up, the stone where Indra was sitting also raised. Then, the higher they flew, the stone grew bigger. The stone shot out and hit one of the hills around the sea. That impact formed a long hole. Quickly, seawater filled into the hole and forming a river flow. It seems that the origin of Ambilin Trang River, and then seawater was continued to shrink, turn into Lake Singkarak. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.